Alright, here we go. New York and Montreal. Like, half hour later than I wanted because I fell asleep and then I did studying and stuff. Hopefully I can have, back a game tonight and a game tomorrow. I'm gonna try. Expos Nights, here we go. Game 1. Game 1 round 2 between the Knights and the Expos. Enjoy the ball game. We're not playing there. We're actually gonna play. We're gonna play late night. This is exactly. It's gonna be clear skies, baby. I wanna see if it's a night game. I wanna check to make sure if it's a night game. Oh, it's a night game. Perfect. 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 That's what I want. That's what I want. Clear skies. It's gonna be beautiful. Let's go. Enjoy the ball game. Round 2, game 1. Here in the postseason. Here on the East Coast. Hello and welcome to the New York Coliseum on a Wednesday night, Game 1, in the Eastern Conference, Montreal Expos and the New York Knights at the New York Coliseum in downtown Manhattan. Expos coming off that series win in the wild card against the Boston Whalers. And they're going to be facing the New York Knights, who won the Northeast Division. First pitch between the two ball clubs is next. Stick around. Taking the mound for the New York Knights here in Game 1 will be Kodai Senga. 32 regular season starts. So 139 in the fifth, 341 ERA, 130 whip, 199 strikeouts, 26.5% strikeout rate, and 10.5 or 10.6% walk rate. And Jonathan India going to be leading off the ball game for the Expos. First pitch for Senga, and we're underway. Ball 1 will be just outside on the lower outside corner. So game's underway. Game 1. And basically, it's a U.S.-Canada showdown here in this series. And the 1-1 to Jonathan India. That'll be down low with a forkball. And the count's 2-1. Glad to have you. There's a later start than I would like usually. Rain won the count to Max Kepler. And the pitch. Late swing on the forkball miss. The count is full. 3-2. Ball 4 in the upper outside corner. It'll be a leadoff walk for the Expos to start the ball game. Here's Max Kepler with one on. Jonathan India on first. Kepler. Oh, India's taking second. And he slides in safely with a stolen base. Jonathan India takes second base. And yeah, he was like a bullet. So the 0-1 to Max Kepler from Senga on the way of the pitch.
1-1.
Sweeper inside and the count's even 1-1. So New York. And this is their first playoff game of the year. They'll be down low, forkball 2-1 the count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Nothing on break. We should start having more games. As it counts 2-2 to Max Kepler. So, make sure NBL does not take third. Especially you gotta like find a way to keep your eyes. Basically, you gotta learn to have the when you have to learn to have eyes in the back of your head, because if you don't pay any attention, they're gonna steal base after base after base. There's gonna be ball 4, and Kepler takes first base 2-1 for Montreal to start the ball game. Not a good start there for Kodai Senga. The line by Jose Ramirez, that'll be foul. And the count's 0-1. Good swing, foul. And the 0-2 to Jose Ramirez. Oh, look out. And the count is 1-2 as that one's upstairs from Kodai Senga. Oh, bad forkball 2-2. He's struggling to get in the strike zone. Cutter on the plate, and the count is full. Leo Ford on deck. And this would load the bases. If Ramirez ends up walking. Fouls off the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be a lengthy at-bat for a lengthy inning for Kodai Senga. Because there's still not a single out. The 3-2. Swinging away a ground ball, another foul ball. The swing across, cheering him on. And there's ball 4 to load the bases. Third walk allowed with nobody out, so three walks. Three walks in the first inning for Kodai Senga. Bases loaded, Leo Ford on base. I mean, if he gets to hit the grand slam here, Montreal might be set. Swung and a miss, 0-2. The counters, remember, there's nobody out, but they might get their first out here, we'll see. Pitch from Senga, that'll be down low, slider, tapped foul. I mean, despite the start, the crowd's still cheering on their, they're cheering like it's the World Series, which we'll get there to be a high fly ball to deep left field, foul to the corner. Yeah, Kodai Senga, 12 balls, 12 strikes, and 24 pitches, so he's struggling. Here's the 0-2 to Kodai Senga. Sweeper he'll take, and Ford takes that one below the knees, 1-2, lower outside corner from Kodai Senga. Swag and a base, and he struck out Leo Ford, one down here in the first. First out of the ball game for the New York Knights. Here's Logan O'Hoppe. Inside, ball strike 0-1. A bit of a, I think that looks more like a ball to me, but they say strike. It is what it is. Counts 0-1 to Logan O'Hoppe. Ripper and the count's down low. No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball upstairs, 1-2. One, two off the plate. He got a piece of the cutter off the end of the bat. 1-2. It's foul. I mean, Kodai Senga's doing his best here. Swag and a base. He struck out Logan O'Hoppe. If he gets out of this without giving up a run, that'd be impressive. I mean, he's got himself in a pickle. to start the game. And back-to-back strikeouts. Keeps him in the clear for now. Beautiful cutter. 5-inch pitch break. There. I mean, he swung out. He still swung below. Despite the pitch being high, he swung too low. Usually when a pitch drops, you usually swing above it and then you miss it. Yeah, he swung too low. So that turns, you have to approach, like if you're like a hitting coach, you would have to approach that from a much different angle than if he was swinging above the pitch. 0-2. Down to 0-2. He actually might get out of this. And the pitch. Down low, it's in the dirt. Oh. He's lucky nobody tried to come home. Because the thing is, if a ball gets away, they're cooked. As far as getting out of this unscathed. Whoa! Look out. 2-2 to Griffin Conine. And he's one strike away from getting out of this. And the 2-2. Swag and a miss, and he did it. How about that? 3 walks, followed by 3 straight strikeouts for Kodai Senga. We're going to the bottom of the first. No hits for the Expos, and the Knights get out of the first inning with bases loaded, unscathed. And second of the round will be David Vesta, 32 regular season appearances as well. Starts at a 6.45 ERA, 142 innings pitched, 176 whip, and 123 strikeouts, 18.6% strikeout rate, and 9.4% walk rate. When I say 176, I don't mean 100, I mean 1.76. Here's Brian Renner, the left fielder, leading off for the New York Knights. Here in game one of round 2. Between the Montreal Expos and the New York Knights here in the Eastern Conference. Count 0-1 to Brian Reynolds. Glad to have you here tuning in on a Wednesday night, December 17th. And my good swing foul. This will go right up to New Year. I want to see if I can squeeze it in, but I don't know that I'll be able to, so it's probably going to bleed into January a bit. That first week, potentially. Really hoping to avoid that, but... Pop-up foul. And Ramirez is able to make the catch for number 1. Much quicker first down for the Expos than it was for New York. It took New York loading the bases by walks. As a way to, then the 3 straight strikeouts against their lineup. So second baseman Matt McClain coming to the plate. So the New York Knights here, leading the Northeastern Division here in the National Baseball League in their first season of operation. Season 2 will be in 2027. And the count's 0-1 to Matt McClain. And season 2 of the Sunrise Hockey League coming up in 2026. So definitely, I'm going to start preparing for eventually. Just before I know it, me playing baseball will be in full swing for my school. That's what it's to Matt McClain here. It's going to be all about how he approaches this. David Festa. On off 1-2. Good way to avoid a strikeout. Even if it looks like it's gonna hit the zone. If it looks like anywhere, if it's not like, and that'll be a blast to deep left field. Goodbye, home run. Matt McClain goes deep here in the first inning for the New York Knights. 1-0. New York. That's a way to start the postseason. Matt McClain with his first home run of the playoffs. In the first inning of the first night's playoff game. Yeah, 104 with the bat too. 393 feet to deep left field, and it's 1-0 Knights. Brent Rucker to the plate. He'll take fastball inside edge. Oh, and the count's 0-1. So New York with a really good start here in the playoffs. I'll play a circle change up with the counts 1-1. Glad to have you tuning in. Tonight, it's a big playoff series. Four-seamer, 1-2 the count.
1-2 the count.
Down low, circle change up 2-2. So, yeah, we're down to 8 teams, folks. We're down to 8 teams.
That's the ball.
Four-seamer, the play, and the count's 3-2.
Got a full count.
And right through center field, a base hit for Brent Rooker. A 1-out single. They're in the bottom of the first after the Matt McLean home run just moments ago. Now he's chatting with Leo Ford. He's chatting with Leo Ford at first base. Oh, it's like they're having a little conversation over there. Correa gets right. That's going to get down a base hit for Carlos Correa. 2 out for the Knights. Here on the first. And they're starting this first inning splendid. I think Carlos Correa was looking for a little more out of that swing. And now here's Ben Quisenberry. Fun name to say as he fouls one off and the count's 0-1. Base hit, that might make it 2-0. I mean, New York's looking hot to start this series. I mean, it's almost like they were like begging for the playoffs to, and now they're full potential of being unleashed. I mean, they're getting in almost like the. No, that sounds a bit fantasy-like. They're gonna be unleashed with the power of the fantasies. I don't even know what I'm talking about. The count's 1-1. It swung and a miss. 1-2 to Ben Quisenberry. I love saying that name. Quisenberry. It doesn't sound real. Hi, my name is Ben Quisenberry. And the 1-2 to Quisenberry, the pitch. Way in the dirt, and the runners both go back to base. The thing is, when you're a catcher and that ball gets away, you don't make the catch. If it gets out, and that'll be down the line, that'll be a base hit, that's into the corner. And that'll bring at least 1 run home, all the way to the wall in the corner. 1 run scores the throw home, and it will be way late. 2-run score, and a triple for Ben Quisenberry. 3-0 New York. How about that? Now he's down the line, going, just far enough to stay fair. As where it drops, lands, where it makes contact with the ground. It's in fair territory, just enough to be called a fair ball, and then just rolls all the way down that line. Point line, Quisenberry to go all the way to third, scoring 2 runs for New York. Ball gets away in the dirt. Quisenberry on third. Mullins gets a single. It's 4-0 New York. It's only the first inning, folks. The first inning. On to the first here. A really good start for the Knights. Oh, good swing. Foul. And that evens the count. 1-1 strike to Cedric Mullins. So Montreal, they're going to have to figure out a way. They're going to have to find something to combat the Knights here. And it's only game 1. It's a 5-game series, but definitely the Expos are going to have to work on something both throughout this game and throughout the rest of the games in this series, as then this will determine who's going to go to the Final Four. Counts 1-2 to Cedric Mullins. David Festa. Here's pitch number 24 for David Festa. On the plate, fastball 2-2. Gonna be a ground ball run to the bag. Quisenberry scores 4-0 Knights. Sacrifice ground ball for Cedric Mullins, and it's 4-0. Their career with 14 Major League Baseball, now in the National Baseball League here in New York. And the 0-1.
No, that missed.
Forcing him to be downloaded, even the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
So Montreal. I mean, how do you respond to this? I mean, it's gonna be a tough one. 1-2 count to counter go. And the pitch. Fly ball into shallow left field. And the catch will be made for out number 3. And finally, we're going to the second, but not before a home run and 3 RBIs for a 4-0 Knights lead. Something happened. Might have to restart it. I have a backup, so. Alright. Just kick me out. That's unbelievable. Just kick. I've never seen it do that. It just kicked me out, bro. It just kicked me out. For no reason. We're doing it again. We're gonna start over. I don't know what happened. It just kicked me out. It just kicked me out. I didn't press a button. You're getting... Try number 2. Oh, this one's not gonna be sunny. It's fine. Try it again. Same game. Second try at this. And welcome to New York Coliseum, the New York Knights of the Montreal Expos. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference, round 2 series between the New York Knights and the Montreal Expos. Second attempt at this. The first time it kicked me out, so let's try it again. Round 2, game 1. So the Knights, top of the Northeast Division, facing the Montreal Expos, who just beat the Boston Whalers in the Wild Card Series. Game 1 is next. Kick of the bat will be Kodai Senga, 32 regular season appearances this year, 341 ERA, 179 innings pitched, 130 whip, 199 strikeouts, 46.5% strikeout rate, and 10.4% walk rate for Kodai Senga. We'll see how he does here on a Wednesday night, facing Jonathan India, top of the first, leading off for Montreal. And we're underway here in round 2, game 1, in Manhattan.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
At the New York Coliseum. Ball 1, that'll be off the plate, and the game is underway. Attempt number 2. Because the first time it kicked me out.
2-0 the count.
For no... I didn't press anything, it just You're kicked out. Nah. Force over, that'll be tap foul 2-1 to Jonathan India. I'm a little annoyed, but things will continue on as normal. Now I'm only counts 2-2 to Jonathan India. I kind of want to be done by right before 10:30, but we'll see. That'll be ground ball towards first, run to the bag. That'll be out number 1. First out of the ball game. So Max Kepler, the DH, he's to the plate. Ramirez, the third baseman, on deck. Move forward at first. Looking high with the catcher. Right fielder Griffin Kodine. Center fielder Carter Messerly. Left fielder will be Lamont Lee Jr. And shortstop will be Zach Nito. So top of the first. DH Max Kepler, 772 OPS. And we'll see how he does here in the playoffs. Hasn't got a hit yet in the wild card series. 107 regular season games. He's got over 100 base hits, and he gets a base hit. No, it's taken away. Nice running catch mid to left field for the New York Knights. 2 down here in the first. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez, to the plate. 28 home runs of the regular season and 97 RBIs. And just 100.167 here in after the 3-game series against the Whalers. Swung on and missed on that far ball 0-2. Because just how low it was, he thought that was going to be at the knees, and it didn't even drop below the knees. Not full slider, that'll be foul 1-2. Not foul, that'll be inside. Excuse me. That is my mistake. Hopefully this is exciting as attempt number 1 was. And the 1-2. Fourth ball down low. Foul. Can't believe I wasted almost about 20 minutes over a game that kicked me out. 1-2 to Jose Ramirez. It'll be sweeper. That'll be strike 3, and then I'll retire Jose Ramirez to end the first inning. We're going to the bottom of the first. No hits for the Expos after 1. We're going to the Knights first. Taking the mound for the Montreal Expos will be David Festa. 32 regular season appearance, 4-16 record, 142 innings pitched, 6.45 ERA, 176 whip, 123 strikeout rate, 18.6% strikeout rate, and 9.4% walk rate. On the first, Brian Reynolds leading off for New York. MVP chance already. 176 hits over in 159 games, so that's over a hit per game for Brian Reynolds. New York had a 4-0 lead before it kicked me out and just erased it. It'll be a pop fly in the center field. There he's jogging towards it, and the catch will be made by Carter Messerly for number 1. So, left fielder Brian Reynolds, your center fielder will be Cedric Mullins, left fielder Brian Reynolds, second baseman Matt McLean, shortstop will be Carlos Correa, first base Joe, catcher will be Ivan Herrera, the third baseman, I didn't see who the third baseman was. We'll go back, I'm not going back and checking it. Count 0-1 to Matt McLean. Bottom of the first inning. But 154 games this year. Rebel That's going to get the rear base hit for McLean. The same at bat in the game that got deleted for some reason. He hit a solo home run, but in this universe he gets a leadoff single with 1 out. He gets a 1-out single in the first. Here's Brent Rooker. Matt McLean on first base. Rooker at the plate. So no score on this one. Knights looking to get on the board here early. We'll see what happens. Fly ball center fields are going to get down. Nice running catch by Messerly. 2 outs. Here in the first. Here comes the shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Ball.
Fastball on the outside edge.
1-0.
They call that ball one. Don't ask me why. Sending first, second off for second base. Here is the throw. It is done in time. It's still a base for Matt McClain. As he takes second base. For Matt McClain, get a good jump on it. See he goes. As soon as Vesta gets into his motion, and that's right at the end. Just enough to get him in there for the stolen base. And the 1-1 to Carlos Correa, the pitch. Vesta looks back at second, analyzes the deals. Slider will be inside, 2-1 the count. So Montreal trying to get out of this scot-free. And the 2-1 pitch. Foul 2-2. Swung and a miss, and he struck out Carlos Correa with a slider to end the first. We're going to the second. No score. After one, we're going to the second. Bringing out the second for the first baseman will be Leo Ford. The Montreal Expos first baseman.
Ball.
And he waits, takes the cutter on the upper outside corner. Ball one. So the Expos here, and they haven't had as much time to get ready for this playoff series as New York has, so that is their one disadvantage. But they're at the same time, they do have an advantage. They have something that New York does not have. This can go for any team that won the wild card in round one going into round two. They're gonna have or the MLB equivalent would be the champion, the division series. That would be the MLB equivalent. Any team that won the previous wild card going into the division series in Major League Baseball lies here for round two in the National Baseball League. They're always gonna have that experience. They're gonna be a little bit more ready for actually playing. They're gonna be a little more. It's like they know what to expect, in a sense. Swag, I missed it away, strike three. Second strikeout for Kodai Senga here in game one. The Expos, I mean, they don't know what to expect, but they know what to expect as far as like remembering what playoff baseball is like. So they're a little more ready for it. New York, they might have had more time to prepare, but they haven't done it in a year, so. There you go. Counts 0-1 to Logan O'Hoppe. And the pitch. Pop up that'll be fouling it into the seats, and the count's 0-2. So it's all about how O'Hoppe going approaches it as he pops one up into center field, right above second base bag, and the catch is made with ease. 2 down by Matt McClain. So with 2 outs, here comes the right fielder Griffin Conine. And he takes the ball 1 low on the fork ball. Then they seem to like throwing fork balls. Cut her out the play, 2-0. He does have to be really careful here. And the pitch. Cutter top of the zone, then it'll be Aichi. He's 2-1. He gets 2 reckless. He goes to bad situation. Oh, a hard base hit in the left center. Conine with a hard single. 1-0 off the bat. That single for Griffin Conine. What a swing. Carter Messer laid to the plate. 500 record in the first 3 games, so he's really good at the plate so far. Top of the first, and top of the second. Fly ball, that'll be in the foul territory, 1-1 the count. And it'll be fouled off. Counts 1-2. And the pitch. Nothing's in the dirt, the ball's gonna get away. Two to Carter Messerly. It'll be swag and a miss and a fork ball for strike 3. We're going to the ninth second. Third baseman Ben Quisenberry leading off the second for New York. And it's going to be in the right center field. And Messerly able to make the catch for number 1. Good job tracking that ball down. Here comes the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Right down the middle on that fastball from David Festa. 21, Cedric Mullins won the Silver Slugger Award 2021 in Major League Baseball. What a swing! Foul! And the out to that'll be 1-2 to Mullins. So Festa deals the 1-2 to Cedric Mullins, and he fouls it into the seats 1-2. So New York, like offensively, what they need to like their lineup to do is focus on shortening up that swing, less steps, more of the follow through, bat to ball. Rumble run to the bag, that'll be out number 2. Down here in the second. Hard go, bottom of the second, 39 RBIs. So the New York Giants get something in. That's going to be into left field, a base hit for Connor Joe. So that single for New York. The over Peguero for the Knights. And he takes that one inside for strike 1. So it was on the plate towards the inside edge. Pitches inside, I know that they're harder to swing at. Upstairs to even the count for ball 1. Circle change it down low for ball 2.
Nope, ball.
3-1 below the knees. Ivan Herrera on deck. So Weston needs to get. As much of a sinner as it is, I'd go down the middle. Yeah, he's lucky. He is really lucky. And there's some boos there at the Coliseum. Top of the zone for strike 3, and that ends the second. We're going to the third. And this game is still scoreless after 2. Top of the third, Lamont Way Jr. letting off for the Expos.
It's 0-1.
Count. 0-1 catch of Lamont Way Jr. Swung and a miss to the way, strike 3. One down here in the third. 4K. 4th K for Kodai Senga. Here comes Zach Nito. High fly ball. Foul territory. He's going to get under it as it's going to stay in the yard. The catch is made. 2 down. So 2 down here in the third. The Expos, and the leadoff man back to the plate, Jonathan India.
Nope, ball. 1-0.
And back-to-back take it. Jonathan India takes back-to-back pitches to even the count. A ball and a strike. 1 off the plate, 1 on the plate. Ground ball, foul. He's got to get his timing right, and maybe he can get one down for a base hit. And the umpire calls it for strike 3. And now in the top of the third, we're going to the ninth third. No score. Bottom of the third. Ivan Herrera leading off the bottom of the order for New York. Just holding his bat straight up. Looks like a statue.
0-1. Strike 2.
Swung on a miss on that slider, 0-2. David Festo's cooking something up here. Slider on the play, that'll be 1-2. He's finding a way to get these guys out. 1-2. Circle change of inside 2-2. Expos have only added 1 hit so far.
That missed. That's the ball.
Off the play, and the count's 3-2.
Count is full.
Swing. Foul. Good swing on that. Foul ball by Ivan Herrera. The 3-2 pitch. And Herrera fouls it away to give himself another chance. Right there. Ball 4. Inside strike 3. I thought that was ball 4 too. I thought that was ball 4. Yeah, look at the umpire like, what are you talking about? Like genuinely, what is he talking about? Ground ball to India at second base, and not gonna have a play to the bag at first. Single for Brian Reynolds.
outside.
One nothing New York. Bottom of the third inning. Still, this game's still at a standstill. Foul. Swing on a slider, 1-2. Everybody on their feet here. Well, not everybody is on. Oh, nice bench, Cherry. Here at the building. Slider, swung and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts for David Festa. It's a pitcher night here in New York City. I'm gonna bring Brent Rooker to the plate.
1-0.
Alright, that pitch looked like it had a giraffe's neck. So, maybe you want to adjust your pitching just a little bit, David. Throw back to first. Not in time. Runner still safe on the bag. And the 1-0. Swung and a miss, 1-1. Not a while there, so. Foul, 1-2. Still looking for strikeout number 5. 1-2 pitcher is taken off. That'll be into right field. The catch will be made. That'll be in the third. The runner did go to first, but the catch made in right field to win the inning. We're going to the 4th. No score after 3. Putting out the 4th inning will be Max Kepler, the DH for the Montreal Expos. Top of the 4th. Will be fouled off, so Ben Quinn's at third, Carlos Gray at the shorts. Second base Matt McLean, Connor Joe at first. There is your night's infield. Down 0-2 to Max Kepler. Now cheering for Kodai second. There, strike 3 to Max Kepler, 1 down in the 4th. 6 strikeout for Kodai Senga. Top of the 4th, Jose Ramirez. Tap foul cutter. Strike 1.
No, that missed. 1-1.
1-1 to Ramirez off the play. The fastball makes it 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Cutter upstairs, 3-1 to Jose Ramirez. There we ground ball. That's going to get through. Base hit on the ground ball for Ramirez. He's got a 1-out single in the 4th. How about that for Jose? Not exactly the best hit for Ramirez, but he gets it right into the gap for that base hit. He gets really lucky there. And to the plate comes Leo Ford, just batting 125. Ramirez taken off. Here is the throw from home plate. It is not in time. Full base for the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Here in the 4th inning as he takes second with ease. Incredible jump by Ramirez. And the speed, then that perfect slide. Good luck beating that out. And the pitch. Flip out the plate. That'll be 1-0 the count. Rider 1 and 2. Swag and a miss. Chase to the sweeper for strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Kodai Senga in 4 innings. So he's looking for strikeout number 8. Down the middle of my cutter. Beautiful cutter there from Kodai Senga. The catcher Logan happy to the play. It's gonna be both teams are doing a good job on the mound. And it's been kind of a stalemate to this point as there's a ground ball into center field, a base hit. Running around third, he's on his way home, he will score, and the Montreal Expos jump out to a 1-0 lead. Took 4 innings of work for the Expos lead, 1-0, and they've broken the ice. RBI single for Logan O'Hoppe. 1-0 Expos. Here's Griffin Codine.
Ball.
Upstairs, ball 1. Trying to in the ninth. I think it's like a mismatch. So they'd all be sitting in their seats just down and out. Super top of the zone, 1-1 the count. And the 1-1 pitch, ground ball, right towards short. For the first is in time for round number 3. That ends the Montreal 4th, but not before Logan O'Hoppe. RBI single, and it's 1-0 Expos. Carlos Correa, the shortstop, leading off the night's 4th, trailing by 1. Gets a piece of it foul to start the at-bat. 4.64 in the regular season for Carlos Correa on this night's ball club. And Espresso steps into it. Good slider, strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes. One and 2.
One two to Carlos Correa. It's going to be a high fly ball to center field. He's going back to the wall, and the catch is made. Good job by Carter Messerly to track it down. There's a 1 out here in the 4th for the Knights. Third baseman to the plate, Ben Quisilleri, who flied out his first time for the Knights. Looking to get a base hit here. In the first night's playoff game of the year. Ball went to Ben Quisenberry, which I just love saying the name. It's a fantastic name, Quisenberry. Alright, my name is Ben Quisenberry, and I'm about... that sounds like the last name of a philosopher. Or some really like ancient family. Quisenberries. Making carrots since 1338. It'll be ball 4 to Ben Quisenberry. He'll take first. First walk around for David Fest in the Expos. Here comes Cedric Mullins. David Fest had 50 pitches here in the 4th. About a normal pace. I mean, take the pictures, that's like...
Ball, that's outside.
Oh no, count to Cedric Mullins. Mostly David Tested. He's not really... He looks more like a reliever than he does a starter to me. Is it a ground ball? That's going to get the road base hit. We're taking off for second. He's there with these. Single for Cedric Mullins. There's 2 on for the Knights here in the 4th. So they're building something here. Can they keep the train rolling? Or will there be a rock on the train tracks? We're going to see what happens here as Connor Jokic did get a hit his first time. He's to the plate. He fouls out the first pitch, foul into the seats. Now this crowd's really making some noise. This team won the Northeast Division. Keep that in mind. They won the division. And now they're going to try and win it. Win here in the playoffs. And that's going to be a base hit into right center field. That one's going to go pretty far into the gap in right center. 1 run will score to tie the game. And now there's on the corners and an RBI single for Connor Joe. He's 2 for 2 today. And the game's tied at 1. I mean, that was a perfect strike into the gap. And he's going. It's not quite to the warning track yet, but it's pretty deep in there. There's a run on me. Could have brought... They turned enough. Probably could have brought that second run home, but he stopped at 3rd. There's the corner. See it way over for Guire, and he takes the slider down the middle. That'll be 0-1. That was a long sentence. He struck out his first time, and he was the DH today for the Knights, so he's just batting. Ground ball in the left. Oh! Got past third baseman to the first. A run scores. Sacrifice ground ball. Runner advances a second. A run scores in the Knights. Late 2-1. Sacrifice ground ball. Oh, Sackney at short. Shortstop. He's playing short, not third base. Because it got past third base.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Flyer that'll be inside for ball 1 from David Festa. Knights late 2-1. The catcher, Ivan Herrera. We're about halfway through the ball game here on a Wednesday night. Rumble right towards short. Towards second. This is for the first to win the inning, and we're going to the 5th. So, through 4 innings. The Knights and the Expos. It's a 2-1 ball game. Carter Messerly leading off the center fielder as he pops one behind on plate. That'll be foul in the count, 0-1. I wonder what broadcast, like, if you took the transcript of everything I've said for this game, not getting the inning and a half mistake from earlier, and that'll be into left center field. Oh, a nice running catch from Cedric Mullins. Ran way out into the gap there in left center to make the catch, but he made it, and there's one down top of the 5th. I wonder if you took the... Would it be readable if you took everything, the entire transcript of this game and put it into a book? I mean, just however long it is, and just try to read it. How boring would it be? Would it be entertaining? Would it be possible? Who knows?
That's a ball.
Or for Simmer, that'll be 1-2. So this night's team, we've seen very good flashes of them throughout the regular season. Remember the series against the New York Sailors? Those were so much fun. Well, the thing is, they did struggle a lot in that series, but after, I mean, those were fun. I mean, they played to the best of their ability, and then for some reason that was like the only team New York could like reliably beat at all. That was the only team the Knights could beat. The Sailors could beat. They played the Sailors. It was the only team the Sailors could beat, and then the record was just... I guess everyone else, they were awful. Ground ball right for the first, and then it'll be count number 2. Against the Knights, the Sailors were like... They won almost... They won like 70 to 80% of the games against the Knights this year. But outside, if you took that away... I mean, the record's even worse than it already is. They just went on. Oh, a line out to Connor Joe at first to win the top of the 5th. We're going to the New York Knights 5th. 2-1 Knights after 4.5 innings. Getting off the Knights 5th will be the left fielder Brian Reynolds, the leadoff man. He had a single his first time with the single. Circle changeup, strike 1. So Craig Kimbrell and Walter warming up. Yes, Craig Kimbrell in Montreal. How about that? 0-1 to Brian Reynolds, the pitch.
Inside, ball.
Circle changeups inside, the count's 1-1. Bouncing ball towards short. Bit of a run to get there from Jonathan Minnie for the first. It'll be out number 1.
Nope, that's low. That's a ball.
One out count to Matt McClain, the pitch. Now he gets in the inside. High fly ball, that one's gonna go into the gap in left center for Matt McClain. And he's gonna have a 1-out double as he slides in safely here on the pad. 1-out double for Matt McClain. Here in the 5th. Gets a good swinger, and he gets some height and some distance there, and he gets down. Good job by Mr. Lazy. Stops him from getting any worse. But either way, it's a double, and that's going to pull David Festa. So Craig Kimbrell, first postseason appearance this year. In his first appearance, he only pitched an inning, 50% strikeout rate. So he must have done good in the one inning that he did have. So here comes his second appearance in the postseason, game 1 of round 2 against the New York Knights. And the count's 1-1. One to Brent Rooker. At the knees, 2-2 to Brent Rooker from Craig Kimbrell. Ground ball from Brent Rooker. Hard to the first. It'll be on number 2. Let's go on the bottom of the 5th. Upstairs on that fastball for ball 1. And a big rumble. Oh. He was sleeping at the wheel there about Leo Ford, but he's still able to get the out to win the fifth. That's way 2-1 after 5. So, top of the 6th, Jonathan India leading off the 6th inning for the Montreal Expos. Fourth ball, that'll be down low, and into the gap in right center for Jonathan India. That's going to roll its way all to the wall. Grabs the ball, and he's in there with a stand-up double to lead off the 6th inning. How about that for Jonathan India and the Expos? And this guy's just a mix of shock and confusion. India with an absolute beauty of a double here in the 6th, and some of this crowd's happy. Joy, this crowd's just confused and not happy.
No, that's down. Ball.
Fourth ball down, low, even the count. Tap Owens, tap foul.
Two and two.
And it'll be Grumble. Oh, we can't get there. He got past him at second base. The throw home is late, not in time. RBI single for Max Kepler brings the run home, and the game's tied at 2. So India scores. Nothing RBI for Max Kepler. Game tied at 2 here for the Expos.
Ball. 1-0.
Full crowd all the playing accounts 1-0, and here comes some boos here in New York. Troy Burnett and you see Mahito Senga in there for the Knights.
2-0.
I mean, they've kept him in pretty long. Not necessarily the pitch count, but you could probably realistically go 15-20 more pitches, but the crowd is not too happy about it. Sweeper popped up, foul 2 and 2. Swag at the base, and he struck out Ramirez. 8 strikeouts for Kodai Senga. Here's Leo Ford. High fly ball center field for Leo Ford. This one gonna go deep center, but not deep enough. Catch is made, throw to second. Hits the runner at first.
No, that's out.
And a big ground ball right towards short. Center first. In time, and that's going to end the top of the 6th. We're going to the 9th 6. Max Kepler with an RBI single. And the game's tied at 2. We popped up foul to Ben Quizover in the counts 1-1. From all right from Quizover, run to the bag. We'll retire Ben Quizover, and there's our number 1 here in the night 6. New York, what their job here is 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning is break the stalemate. I'm probably not the right one. Right now it's any games, man, because Montreal just tie it. Now New York, they need that response.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
They don't want, you don't want the game to fall. If you don't want to get stuck in this like limbo, because if they've tied the game and then you can't score anything, then what they're gonna be doing, like even if you keep them in limbo for a few innings, they could come in late and then sweep the rug out from under you, and then New York might just hit a dead end from there, and then that would not be a good way for New York to start this series. Fastball struck out Cedric Loans here, and there's out number 2 here in the 6th. First strikeout for Craig Kimbrell.
No, that's it. One ball, one strike.
Counts 1-2.
1-2.
Unfortunately foul. Swag and a miss and a fastball. That'll be strike 3, and that's going to end the 6th. We're going to the 7th. Tied at 2. So, Eldred Sandoval coming in, 3.13 ERA, 120 whip, 23.9% strikeout rate. We're going to see how he does. The case is Griffin Conine for Montreal. Conine 1 for 2 today for the Expos, so we'll see what happens. And we ball 4 to Griffin Conine, and Sandoval starts off with a leadoff walk here in the 7th. Here comes the center fielder, Carter Messerly. Has it got a hit today for the Montreal Expos? Change up down low for ball 1. And we run right to short. 1 hop to second. Right to the first, and then time for a double play. 6 for 3. Nice double play in the infield here on the 7th. There's a grounded short, side out to the second. And then they throw to first for the double play. Here comes Lamont White Jr. with 2 down just like that. Gets the fastball inside. Almost could have hit him for ball 1 inside. And we fouled off. 101. So strike three to Montreal Juniors. That'll end the top of the seventh inning stretch. We're going to the ninth, seventh. Tied at 2. So they're going to bring on Drew Rasmussen. 2 postseason games so far. 5.40 ERA. 1.2 innings pitched. 25% strikeout rate. We're going to see how he does. So not much to go off based off his postseason stats.
Ball, that's down. 2-1.
Count still 1-0. Peguero here in bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Swing and a miss to the cutter. That'll be strike 3. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the catch. Rebound Herrera. And swing, it'll be foul.
No, that's up.
So that won't be fouled off by Brian Reynolds. The count's 1-1. So this Knights team, they need to get focused on shorting up that swing and getting balls down. That's the very opposite of that. Pop up in the infield. Ramirez with the easy catch for out number 2. That's kind of like, you don't want to land in pop up land. Bad things can happen.
Correct. 0-1.
Oh, the ball's going to get away from Matt McClain. From the throw to Matt McClain, the runner advances. That one went all the way to the wall on a wild pitch. And the runner advances. Counts 1-1 to Matt McClain. Devon Herrera takes second base. And the 1-1. Last ball will be top of the zone. Swung and a miss, 1-2. Rasmussen looks at second at Herrera, and back on the pitch. Top of the zone, the upper inside corner for strike 3, and he struck down Matt McClain. We're going to the 8th, tied at 2. Coming in, JT Chargoy, 73 regular season appearances, 13-6 record. The balls, 85.1 in the pitch, 1.69 area, 121 1.7% strikeout rate, and a 12% walk rate. So we'll see how he does. He faces Zach Nito leading off The 8th inning for Montreal. It'll be out the play on the slider, and it'll be ball 1. So Gregory Santos warming up in the New York Knights bullpen. 1-out count to Zach Nato. So this game's moving into where we're at like a standstill. Nobody can do anything. That is going to be rough. And the team's bullpen. It's going to be rough on the team's bullpens, even if the pitching is good. 2-1, slider, top of the zone, 2-2. Slider, tap down, 2-2. Zach Nato chases the slider in the lower outside corner for strike 3. And then on top of the 8th. Top of the 8th, Jonathan Indy at the plate. Sinker 0-1. A backdoor sinker, which I'm not used to seeing a backdoor sinker. Oh, a line out there, nice catch by the third baseman Ben Quisenberry. A nice catch.
That missed. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
No counts Max Kepler. We got ball from Kepler in the deep short, and he's not going to be able to have a play at first. So Kepler advances with a 2-out single here in the 8th. So Romero stabs that single, taps that ball foul, strike 1. And this Knights fan base is trying to share on Shargoin and the New York defense, but they're trying.
No, that's out.
The thing is, their offense. Just like after this game, they've been struggling. 1-1, slider tap foul. The count's 1-2. And the 1-2, gonna be a sinker, that'll be inside 2-2. It ain't necessarily Philly, but there'll be a grab ball, throw to second. And there's out number 3 to end the top of the 8th. We're going to the 9th inning. And the game's still tied at 2. Right there, Brent Rooker leading off the 8th. No one down to Brent Rooker. Better swung and a miss, strike 2.
2 strikes.
Swung and a miss, that'll be strike 3. One down's out in the, here in the bottom of the 8th. So here comes Carlos Correa for the Knights. As he pops one up. Down first base side, Leo Ford under it, able to make the grab, that'll be at number 2. I tell you, this feels like a stalemate. New York's on the short end of the stick. They're struggling even more than the Montreal Expos. And they won the division in the north. They won the Northeast division, and they're playing like this. It's not exactly the best way. I'm gonna make a sliding play. Oh, we can't make the play. Our first will be late. Wasn't very safe at the six. It'll be a base hit. Signal for Ben Quisenberry as it takes first. Really good run to the bag. He stayed with it, and that's the important part. I'm not kidding. You can look it up on YouTube. If you type in like lazy plays MLB, you will no joke see players. They'll hit ground balls in a very similar scenario. Or at least what could be. They'll hit a ground ball right at first. But they can make a mistake on. And the guy just walks to the dugout like it's not even worth running. And then the coach is mad at him for doing it. But there are multiple examples of this. Good job on Ben Quisenberry to not do that. He ran in the bag with his full effort. And 90% of the time it will be useless, but when it is useful, it'll be all worth that extra effort, that extra run. 1-2. And it'll be fouled. The count's 2-2. Pitch to Cedric Mullins. It'll be fouled off 2-2. Swag and a miss. It'll be straight 3 and a single. We're going to the 9th. The game is tied at 2. Going to the 9th inning. So Leo Ford, the first baseman, top of the 9th, leading off the 9th inning for Montreal. This is their chance to jump out in front and open the series with a Game 1 win. This is their chance. And it's up to them whether they capitalize on this or not. But, yeah, well, that'll be found. Because I guarantee what they're going over. when they're practicing in the dugout is over the same things. Back to the ball. One swing. You don't go back, but go up here. Bat, and that'll be popped up behind the home plate. Way forward, and waits on the catch will be made by Ivan, and there's one down here in the ninth. Look at how happy the catcher to the plate. So they don't want to go 1, 2, 3 on that swing. They're probably talking about the dugout and practicing it. Instead of that, it's 1, 2. Back to ball, and just 1. Ground ball right towards second, throw to first, 2 down. Right fielder Griffin Conine to the plate.
Yeehaw!
Four seam on the count, 0-1.
Nope, ball.
Charlie was trying to get fancy. Don't get as pitcher can't don't do too much.
Ball out.
Check swing sick on the count 2-1 because sometimes pitchers they try to do too much and then they end up walking 2, 3 guys and the bases low and then it was a disaster from there. 2-1 to Conine, that'll be right at third. Oh, he can't get it. It bounced past Ben Quisenberry. The throw to second. I thought that was going to be out number 3, but apparently not. As it gets past Ben Quisenberry. Good swing there, the hit. Quisenberry. The bounce on that was diabolical. It's going right to him, and then the riser gets him. It bounces really high in the air. Above the head of Ben Quisenberry. And Ben Quisenberry tonight is Bad Luck Brian. Missed away the plate. And it's down for ball 1. Strikeout flat and around the day for Carter Meserle. The 1-0 pitch to Carter Meserle.
That's the ball.
Inside for ball 2.
2-0.
Third on the tree here in New York. Shooting for JT Chargoy. Down low sinker. He luckily got a pace, 2-1. Sinker top foul, 2-2.
Count full.
Fire in the count's full, 3-2. Sinker's gonna be down low for ball 4. Into the walk, Carter Meserle. So they're gonna pull Chargoy. There in the ninth. Coming in Gregory Santos. 69 appearances, 300 record, 55-63. Physical innings pitched, 313 area, 120 whip, 44.3% strikeout rate, and 8.1% walk rate, and in 2025 National Baseball League Reliever of the Year. You want? Testing. Alright, so.
No, that missed. That's the
Here
ball.
we. Top of the ninth. 2-0 catch to Watley Jr. Game tied at 2 here. And the pass. They'll figure on the Loret's corner. They say strike one. And now the crowd's really cheering. And then it'll be a high fly ball for Lamont Wade Jr. to deep left field. Goodbye, home run. Lamont Wade Jr. goes deep to left. 3-2 Expos here in the ninth. First home run of the playoffs from Lamont Wade Jr. A late ninth inning. 2-out bomb. And the Expos have the lead. 5-2 ball game here in the ninth for Lamont Wade Jr. as he hits a high and deep blast to left. And this game has been flipped upside down. I was not expecting that. And yeah, out of the ballpark here is Zach Nino. Expos leading 5-2, and that should seal it for Montreal. Ball one to Zach Nino, the shortstop. Fastball, it'll be 1-1 down the middle. Tyler McGill and Alonso warming up in the Knights bullpen. Knights trailing by 3. By 3. And the 1-1. And that Expos going to the bottom of the ninth. Robert Garcia coming in second postseason appearance this year in his first appearance, 75% strikeout in 1 inning. 75% strikeout rate, to be specific, and just 1 inning pitch, so 1.1. Here comes Connor Joe, bottom of the 9th inning. He signals an RBI today for Mr. Joe. That's down the final 3 outs tonight. Here in game 1. Of course, it's a 5-game series, so it's not over for either team just yet. But not a good start for the New York Knights. High fly ball that'll be fouled in the left. The Cats 2-1.
Yeah. 2-2.
2-2 from Robert Garcia. Ground ball to second. India's sidearm to first. 1 down. In the ninth. William Peguero to the plate. 0 for 3 today. Fastball top of zone, strike 1. They're trying to give some entertainment to this. They're all just watching their seats in silence now. Just waiting for their impending doom. And the ground ball right toward short. For the first hit in time, and the Knights down to their final out. As the Expos are 3 strikes away from taking game 1 here round 2. Slide down low for ball 1.
Ball, that's
And hopefully tomorrow night we're going to cover in the Ocean and the Edmonton Eagles.
That's a ball.
The count's 3-0 to Brian Reynolds. Counts 3-1. High fly ball, foul. A 3-2 Diamond Herrera. What a swing, but it's late and it's foul. Garcia 1 strike away from taking game 1 for the Expos. The pitch. And it's fouled off. Good job by her staying alive. Yeah, back keeping the game alive for the New York Knights. And the 3-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss, 3 strike 3, and that's the ball game. Expos take the opener of the series 5-2 off a 3-run Lamont Jr. home run to win it 5-2 over the New York Knights. Big win for the Montreal Expos here on a Wednesday night. The final score 5-2 Expos. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the New York Knights. And that is their ball game. Game 1 goes to the Expos. I'm Thomas Harris, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.